So normally when you say storage, when you talk about storage, you talk about storage which is uh, your disk attached storage, storage in your laptop, for example, right? But the concept of storage is changed with cloud. So you take compute separately and storage separately. So your compute means your virtual machine has some storage, but normally we take a storage separately and compute you take separately. Okay. So normally when you say storage means your hard disk, which is there in your laptop, that is your storage, correct?
Yes.
Everybody is able to hear me? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But with cloud, you have to understand that storage is a different entity altogether, right? Which you have to procure. Okay. So we have these types of storages. You can take a snip of it. We have Azure Blobs, Azure Files, Azure Queues, Tables, SQL Database, Cosmos DB. So these are the types of storage which Azure has. And for that, yes, take a snip, everybody.
Yes, ma'am.
And what we do is we create something called a storage account also. The storage account is basically what do you say? We can club some of the storages in a particular storage account. Why we do that? So that we can set some common properties to the storage account. That is the reason we make storage account. So these four types, Azure Blobs, Azure Files, Queues, and Tables. These type of storages we can put in a storage account. It's possible to put them in a storage account. Okay. But other thing like SQL database, Cosmos DB, you have to take it separately. So these four you can club into a storage account.
These upper four, which are there, can't we put in a SQL database?
Storage, the type of storage we take depending on the type of data we want to store. And also the cost will matter there. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So we have to be aware like what data we want to store. According to that, we are going to take the storage. We'll see now. Like what is the purpose of blobs, files, queues, tables? Yes, traditionally we use only database, right? SQL database, but again, those concepts are changed. Depending on what type of data you want to store, you have to take the proper storage.
Storage account.
Storage, and as I said, these four types of storage we can club in a cloud. We can put it in the cloud. That is possible. All right. So, so that's what is mentioned here. Storage account has following services clubbed in it: Azure Blobs, Azure Queues, Azure Tables, and Azure Files. Okay, KF has connected or not yet connected?
Sir, I was connected.
Okay, good. So these four types, Azure Blobs, Azure Queues, Tables, and Files, these storage we can put in a particular storage account. And we can manage their properties together. The management becomes easier. The idea of storage account is that it is easy to manage the properties of storage. So all fundamental or essential storage services are clubbed under a single storage account so that management becomes easier. Right? Yes, taken the snip of this. So here you see Azure files, Azure blobs, Azure queues, Azure tables, all are under one storage account like this. Azure storage. Okay. And Azure SQL, Azure Cosmos DB,
Those are
they have to be procured separately,
yes,
right?
yes.
Clear, Sanjay, clear?
Yes, Manoj.
Mudassir, are you there?
Yeah, yes, Manoj.
Good, great.
Storage. So we can understand wherever the storage accounts are there, we can put our files or tables or blocks. Those things.
Now, what storage to use depends on the type of data. So let's have a look at the data now. All right. So we have essentially three types of data: structured, semi-structured, and unstructured. So we have three types of data. One is structured data, the semi-structured, and unstructured data. Structured means SQL table. The data is in the tabular form. That is structured. So when you say structured means
Yes,
the data is in the tabular form. That is structured.
Excel sheet we have like something.
Hmm?
In Excel sheet we prepare everything in a structured way. So that type of data will be SQL table.
Right. Yes. Table form like
Yeah.
Excel.
Yeah.
It has got columns. The columns are defined properly.
Yeah.
It's like that. Okay. So that is your
Tables.
S- uh, structured data. Semi-structured is in the form of key value pair. Now, what is this key value pair that you have to understand? I'll show you in a while. And unstructured is your images, backups, videos. They are unstructured data. So we have three types of data. Depending on the type of data you want to store, you will take a type of storage. Okay,
Yes, sir.
clear, everybody? Have you all taken the snip of it?
Yes, Manoj.
Okay, now see this is the how the structured data looks like, the table form. Like in Excel, like SQL. Most of you know SQL. So take a snip of this. Now let's look at the semi-structured data, how it looks like. So semi-structure looks like this. It stores key value pair. The key is like, for example, customer ID, value is 100.
Yes.
Key is CNAME, value is Joseph.
Hmm.
Key value, key value, key value, like that. Vehicle number is the key, value is this. So when it is semi-structured data, we have key value pairs stored like this. You have a key and you have a value.
It's a JSON format. Yes. Mostly the developer use this type of.
YAML, YAML, you're using YAML for DevOps. That is also semi-structured data. YAML file,
Yes.
which
Usually we
is
have
key
key
value.
value pair.
Hmm. Key is there and it's valid.
Value is
Username, name. Client ID, name.
yes.
Secret, name.
Yes. Yes.
Lot of problems with your secret is going on.
Will come out of it, sir.
Okay. So that is the advantage of semi-structured data is you can add any number of fields. Like see, like here I've added phone number, you have added vehicle number, it's flexible. But if you do the same thing in structured data, what will happen? You have to add another column.
Yes.
And you may not require it for all the data, so it becomes a problem. So some data is suitable as semi-structured data only. Configuration files, like this guy is doing a lot of DevOps, right? A lot of pipelines he's making, pipeline for production. Just make pipeline for marriage also. Make pipelines of kids.
Yes, sir.
So he's using YAML file for giving the instructions to the system to make the pipeline, right?
Ready.
All the steps are mentioned in that, right? So there again, semi-structured data is useful. The structured data will not work properly. It will have problems. So some business solutions require semi-structured data. Okay. Another example is JSON. JSON stands for JavaScript Object Notation. One is YAML, other is JSON. Okay. Clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but in JSON, this is for creating this value pairs or what?
Value pair, yeah. Key value pair. The data is in that form.
It will be a data.
So it's a natural way of representing data.
Yes, sir.
So we have applications which read this kind of data. We did not define the structure before. So it's like schema on read.
What, sir?
It's called schema on read. Schema on read means while it is reading it, when the application read the data, it will discover the schema, is the structure. You don't have to give anything from beginning.
Yes.
That is what it means.
Scheme on read.
Hmm?
Scheme on read.
Hmm.
Ah.
Scheme means structure
Yeah.
of the data. Getting?
Sir, it won't come to this.
Manoj, can you show the previous slide once?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Sixth one.
Yeah, but the thing is again failing in pipeline.
Can you zoom in a little bit? I think it's quite zoomed out, so unable to see anything.
Okay.
No, it is not accepting it. The pipeline is getting failed. I don't know why. I have noted down the secret ID. But it is not.
Yeah, I can
it's
see it
not,
now.
because
Thank you.
the pipeline is getting the same issue.
So Manoj, just to confirm, because I was actually trying to join from my laptop again. So this is actually an example of structured one, right? Because we have
Yeah.
separate proper columns for each and every type
Yes.
of information.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
That's right.
Got it. We can proceed if you want.
Right?
Yeah. Thank you.
पार्टी का था सर मैं हमेशा कांटेक्ट रहता हूँ पर आपका होते रहता है ये ऐसे
क्या बोले वो?
बोला थर्सडे को कर दो ऐसा मतलब कैसा
अच्छा है ना इसको?
हाँ वो तो हमेशा वो ये करते हैं सर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर लेवल पे वो सब चेक करते हैं जैसे और कुछ भी अगर हम लोगों से नहीं हुआ तो उनको बस हम लोग टिकट क्रिएट करते हैं
अच्छा.
so they take care and handle those things after once we are not able to handle or do something so
Okay, now this is the semi-structured data, JSON file. Look at this. This is key value pair. In JSON, each record is called as a document. When you talk about JSON, each record is like one document.
each report का मतलब क्या होता है? एक पेज क्या है?
This whole,
एक line.
like this is the record for a customer. So document.
Record.
Record is complete details of a customer, for example. So, right.
So it's a no SQL. No, it's a mixed miscellaneous data, right?
It's a
Mixture of all.
semi-structured data or no SQL data we call. You can call it semi-structured data or no SQL data. Anything you may want to say it.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So we create the data in using this command.
SQL.
No, it's a text file. Normal text file. See, customer ID is the key. Value is this. Name is the key.
Yeah.
Inside value again there is key value pair. Again key value. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Arfat, are you there?
Yes, sir.
It is key value pairs. Yes, understood.
First name this, last name this, like this. Address is the key, and this whole thing is value. It's a nesting, right? Inside this again key and value, like so.
Those are the inputs of that.
So Manoj, each header that they've used, they call it as key. For example, name, first name, last name,
Yeah.
address.
Yes.
Yes, name is the key. See colon, and then because this is compound value, so they put in bracket.
Yes.
Brackets.
In the value again there is a key value, nested it is. So this is JSON format.
Yes.
It's easy to understand.
Yes.
So you have data in this particular form. The form of key value pair. All right. Then we have document 2, also this.
Same time.
Same. But here we have added one more key, last name. That is the benefit of semi-structured data. No, we can add keys, more keys.
Easily.
It's flexible.
Yes, sir.
The flexibility is the benefit is flexibility.
Yes. But it will be the same format. Key value pairs
Yes, key value.
in semi. No SQL data. No SQL data.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then unstructured data is your files, videos, WhatsApp message, Facebook message, Twitter, all these are
Unstructured.
unstructured data.
Complex data.
Unstructured we call it.
Yes.
Got it?
Yes, sir. Everything it is file, videos, messages.
So now we study about all the storage. We have seen block storage, file storage, table storage. So let's dive into that and see what are these storage.
Yes.
What are they used for?
Yes.
So first one is block storage. So block storage. The block stands for binary large objects used to store unstructured data.
Sure. Binary large object. Okay.
So the job of block storage is to store the unstructured data.
Sir, when we are using unstructured data for that, so blob is, can we say it's also keeping the data of unstructured in blob?
Yes, unstructured data blob में store करेंगे, blob type of storage लेना है. If your requirement is to store unstructured data, then always procure blob storage from the clouds. Okay. And you can divide it into two access tiers, hot access tier and cold access tier. In hot access tier, you will store all the data which is frequently accessed. In cold access tier, non-frequently accessed data you're going to put there. Okay.
So you can say like what's the like whatever we want at present, we can keep that, and cold means like longer, means very previously data, means previous data.
Yes.
We can.
Something which you don't want it immediately, that you can, so it will cost less. Costing उसका कम हो जाए.
ठीक है. Okay.
That is the benefit.
This again
It's also saying it is available, like means availability of the data.
It's immediately available. Cold data will take some time for data to get available.
Acha.
Okay.
And Manoj, you said this
Hmm.
blob storage is also available through Azure, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
Okay.
blob storage is the different types of storage we can procure in Azure.
Azure, okay.
Mhm.
And do they have a separate application which takes care of blob storage? I mean,
It
a
has
separate.
a console now. We'll see in practical. It has a way to procure the storage.
Okay, okay,
We can procure this blob storage from the dashboard, from the
okay.
portal.
Portal, okay, got it.
And you can give security and you can give access control so that people can access it. Okay.
Got it,
just
yeah.
again the division of the blob storage.
Blob storage is used for storing the unstructured data.
Yes.
What are the unstructured data?
The
Unstructured data
all
that
the
is
messages,
videos,
like
Files,
yeah,
files, and all.
miscellaneous messages,
Yeah.
data. That's
all that you can put in blob.
mixed.
So now I'm talking about the division. You say that it's divided into
Two
two
tiers.
sectors, huh?
Two tiers. It's available in two tiers.
What is tiers?
Tiers means you want, it's like when you travel by flight, you have business class and you have, economy class. You can say that two tiers you can buy the ticket from. Same way, when you take the block storage, you can either go for hot access tier or you can go for cold access tier. So if your data is going to be accessed on a daily basis frequently, then hot access tier. So it will come faster. And it will store in faster storage. Okay.
So in blob we are not getting at the same time both cold and access. No.
No, you have to switch between the tiers.
Can you just give me any, I don't know, like what if
The company has lots of data. Actually, if you see, they may have 10 GB of data, but all 10 GB they may not require immediately. On a regular basis, maybe they are using 2 TB of data. 8 TB you can put in another blob and make it as a cold tier.
Yes.
So it will cost you less. The cost of storage will be less.
and if required, just if I need that data, that means if I call it that it takes time just till I get it.
Yeah, little time it will take, but you will get it.
Little time means like
Like you say, give the request. Maybe after 10-15 minutes, it will give you, Azure will give you that.
okay. Understood.
They are
Depending on
dedicated-
the,
actually they are they work on it. If the company requires the ticket comes, so that we want like previous data in this the thing whatever as per the requirement, we want some requirement from the previous data, so the dedicated team will work on that, the access is cold one or the hot one as per the requirement.
hot one you get immediately.
Ah,
You can access,
Yes.
and it is costly also. The cost is the most important thing in cloud. Okay.
बोलते थे कभी कभी हम लोग बंद करके रखते हैं जो भी रिसोर्सेस हैं.
Hmm. Yes,
कॉस्ट कटिंग के लिए
you have to be miser, you know.
हाँ कंजूस कंजूस
So you should know which data is important to you, that you make it as hot access.
सर
Yeah.
एज कंपेयर टू लाइक अपना इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर मतलब अपना फिजिकल होने से अच्छा है क्लाउड पे बहुत सस्ता भी है सर है ना सर?
Yes, it turns out to be cheaper.
हाँ
If you consider the cost of people, cost of storage, location,
मैनेजिंग
managing and all of it, cloud becomes cheaper.
यस
Okay, then this done, and we
Manoj,
can switch. Yeah,
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 one
Tanuj.
question.
Yeah.
There is mentioned is 99.9% available and 99% available. What does that mean exactly?
It means the how fast the data will be retrieved.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay.
All right, okay.
Okay, then next is types of blobs. We have three types of blobs again. Blob, append blob, page blob. So again, it has to do with the costing. Depending on what applications you want, you will take one of the types. One is blob. Blob means it's for sequential data like your video, you know.
Mhm.
Sequential data is there. No, video is sequential, right? So for that, blob is good.
sequential
The video रहता है video. It's a sequential data. Video. Split blob.
सीक्वेंशियल डेटा मतलब क्या होता है सर सीक्वेंस वाइज ऐसा कुछ आता है इसलिए बोला जाता है
हाँ?
सीक्वेंशियल ऑर्डर सीक्वेंशियल डेटा क्यों बोलते हैं सर
Sequential है ना, उसमें आप जब स्टोर करेंगे तो एक साथ ही पूरा वीडियो स्टोर करेंगे, राइट?
राइट
और जो दूसरा डेटा होता है वो आप जैसे ये है ना पेज ब्लॉक इज फॉर रैंडम एक्सेस मतलब आप कभी फाइल खोले, कभी ऐड किया, कभी डिलीट किया, जैसे आप हार्ड डिस्क का रहता है ना, हार्ड डिस्क में कैसे आप डेटा स्टोर करते हो उस हिसाब से। इन हार्ड डिस्क यू आर स्टोरिंग द
ऑल द डेटा
data, but you are editing anytime, you're opening anytime, doing anything. So this is random access.
हाँ
So internally, it is not storing all parts of your data together. It is giving you, it's creating a chain of data inside. कुछ डेटा इधर होगा, कुछ दूसरी जगह पे होगा, but it creates a chain. You don't come to know. But if it is video, then you are storing the whole video at once, right? There is no chances of editing the video or something like that. So that is sequential data.
ओके
So whenever you want to store sequential data, then blob is the best choice.
तो सीक्वेंशियल इज लाइक स्पेशली फॉर वीडियोस
Example of sequential data is video.
देयर आर मोर अदर एग्जांपल आल्सो फॉर सीक्वेंशियल
Audio,
हाँ उसको भी
Backup.
हाँ, उसको भी हम लोग एडिट नहीं कर सकते
if you take backup,
हाँ
archive something. Okay.
the data which we cannot edit that means
We normally don't streaming data.
हाँ
या फिर कोई डेटा कंटिन्यूस आ रहा है, नेटवर्क लॉग्स आ रहे हैं,
हाँ
कंटिन्यूस आते जा रहा है, तो एक के बाद एक स्टोर होते जा रहे हैं, तो ब्लॉक अच्छा है उसके लिए। नेटवर्क मैसेजेस, नेटवर्क ब्लॉब्स, दे कीप कमिंग, राइट?
हाँ ठीक और उसके साइज में मैक्सिमम साइज could be 4.5 TB मतलब एक टाइम पे होगा सर शायद से ये
4.75 TB is one block.
हाँ
Because block by block it is storing.
यस
We can store, means the data is divided into number of blocks. The default size of the block is 32 MB. But if you want to increase that, you can do that. It can go up to 4.75 TB.
One block.
One block.
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 Block. Block.
A
Yeah.
block can be made up of number of blocks.
Blocks. Correct, sir. Block can be made of number of blocks.
And-
Block, we can say it's a small size of data.
Yes, small size
Or
of data.
packets.
Small size of data.
Okay.
It's like one page of your, like, when you go to college, you don't carry notebook now. You carry loose sheets, right?
Yes.
Each sheet is like a block.
You can write one word or the character which fits into that. The maximum and one is the minimum.
Right? And support features such as MD5, hash verification, parallel upload. Parallel upload means what?
Sir,
So if you want to upload some data,
Hmm.
it can upload in parts. It can upload parallelly, it will break it into pieces and it will upload it fast.
Yes, fast.
So that is parallel upload. MD5 hash verification. Hash verification means making sure that what you're storing is not getting corrupted. It is
Security level.
not getting corrupted because sometimes the system may have problems, so it
Yeah.
doesn't store it correctly. The data get tampered or
Yes.
get
Crash.
some problems. So that will not happen.
What is MD5, sir?
MD5 is some algorithm for
Acha. Okay.
doing these jobs. Okay.
Inbuilt language. Please.
And these are all well-developed algorithms. Algorithms are already there. So MD5 is one such algorithm which is used for that. Right? Then we have append blob.
Actually, the parallel upload is not clear for me.
Parallel upload is like
We can, sir, we can upload like 2-3 blobs at a time parallelly. That is
Yes.
also possible, no, sir? That is what I,
2-3 blocks at the same time.
yes.
It's like if you have say 1,000 sweets, okay, to pick up from somewhere and store somewhere. You have only one pair of hands, right? But if Niaz also join with you at the same time, parallelly it will upload faster.
Yes.
So here we're supposed to say
And
parallel upload, not or a parallel upload.
No.
Here we're supposed to say and parallel upload, not or a parallel.
No, it's
Because
feature.
Totally, it's different feature, right?
Yes.
Different feature.
Yes.
So we say and, right?
Yeah.
We're supposed to say
Consider.
such as like, yeah, you're right.
it supports features such as MD5 hash verification and parallel upload.
Yes, and you're right.
Yeah.
Great, smart boy. Right.
Good. Good point
Okay.
to catch it.
Yes. Clear, Mudassir, clear to you?
Will make correct.
Yes, Manoj.
Understood by.
So this is blob, right? So it is, again, I summarize blob when you have to use, when you want to store sequential data. That time it is most suitable, right? Streaming data. Streaming data means the data which is, nowadays we get a lot of data from IoTs, Internet of Things, like the hospital may have sensors put on the patients, right? So patient is continuously sending their data,
Yes.
their blood pressure and things like that.
Yes.
So continuously the data is coming. Network data, some infrastructure data, continuously it keeps on coming. So for those things, the blob is good. Streaming data we call streaming.
Yes.
Nadi Behari data key. What's
Like
it?
Facebook है.
Facebook
इनके अलग
है.
database
Correct,
उसमें
Facebook, correct. Keep on, that data keeps on coming. That's called streaming data. So whenever you have that kind of thing, then blob This is best. Blob is the best thing approach, right? Then you have append blob. Append means what? What do you mean by append?
Edit or to add something.
Append means adding at the end.
Hmm.
Adding the data in the end. So some applications you require that thing. You know, have to add the data at the end.
Hmm.
Especially if it is a warning file. You have some warnings coming up, you know, continuously some errors coming, warning coming. So you want to put it at the end. It's never put in the middle or top anywhere, right? Always log files, logs. As a network infrastructure engineer, you will work with a lot of logs.
Correct. Correct.
So log files always it's an append operation. Any new thing comes, it goes at the end, not never in the middle.
Yes.
So that is the append operation. So if you need a storage for append operation only, then append blob is best. Okay, that will give better performance.
Correct, sir. As per the requirement.
So that's why depending on your data nature, you have to choose the right storage.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Business purpose.
Whatever the उसका है requirement उसके हिसाब से वो store.
Hmm.
Right. So that is append blob. Clear, Ritik? Ritik Roshan.
Yes, sir.
Then
Storage, this is storage.
Login information.
You're supposed to have a really good practice on it.
yes, we have exercise on that. Just get credit card. I will open the door of exercise for this.
Sir, here it is showing it is said or modified but only append. Append, whenever we append and we save it, it becomes modified, no sir?
Modified means your data is there, something you want to make change. That is called modified.
Once it is changed, it is
But we are not changing, we are just adding some data at the end. So in this application, you don't want to make any changes to the previous logs which are created. Getting?
but we are adding some extra.
We are adding something extra at the end. So that is append block. Okay. Then we have a page block. A page block, it consists of pages.
It consists of
So page block is like your hard disk. In hard disk, you are doing random access. Randomly, you're putting data, retrieving data, modifying, deleting, every damn thing you're doing. You operate like a king. Your hard disk storage is like a page block. You're like a king. You're storing any number of files, deleting it, making pipeline, creating pipeline, destroying it,
Yes.
going through it, coming out of it,
Yes, sir.
service validation, fail, everything happening. Okay, so just joking. Yes, is there today, so I'm just making joke with it.
Understanding, sir.
So,
That is principle.
so page block is basically that. Okay. So internally, your hard disk, if you see your laptop hard disk is made up of number of pages. It's allocating space in terms of pages. But pages are not in sequence. They are out of order. If you need to add more data, it will find some free page and it will link to your data.
Correct.
But it maintains that link internally. It gives you random access. So your hard disk is like full of pages. And whenever you create file, it start you with one page.
Yes.
Now that guy doesn't know, that baby doesn't know how many pages you will use. So first he gives only one page. It's like writing an exam, you know, they give supplements, right? Once you finish one supplement, they give you another supplement.
Yes.
Because they don't know whether you will pass or you have studied or not. Some people without studying also paid full pages, pages, pages.
Yes.
If you have not studied, at least full the pages, you know.
Uh,
So if you put more 5, 10 supplements, that examiner will make you pass somehow. So something is writing.
Like some they write songs, you know.
Huh?
Some they write songs.
Yeah.
the song for this.
Now some people they write songs.
Songs.
I guess they want to feel the dance.
क्या क्या बोल- मुझे तो नहीं पता।
Yeah, the teacher who is checking the paper, he is also tired checking so many papers. India population is very high. Students population also very high. So he checks in the sleep, you know.
Mm.
For every paper checking, he gets only 2 rupees. So you know how he'll check. So if he's getting 500 rupees per paper, he'll check more thoroughly.
Yes.
2 rupees per paper, so he will just.
Government job. सरकारी company.
Yes, so paper checking is a very boring job.
Mm.
And that's why Microsoft has come with exams like MCQs. So there is no tension of paper checking. They're conducting exam all over the world, but with MCQs. But system only checks. System only gives the result. No manual work there.
Yes.
They just prepare questions, they put it, and they randomize it. And from the same, they prepare maybe 10,000 questions. From that, only all paper comes, or 500 questions. From that, only 50 questions will come. They're happy with that. Okay. All the online exams are like that.
Like if I want to go for any online exam, can I get the full questions like as you
Yeah,
said?
yeah, you will get. You can buy all the questions. You can memorize all of them, you will pass. Without attending any of my lecture, you can pass the exam.
Hmm.
Okay. Let's memorize those. Memorize questions. No need to memorize answer also.
No, actually, no, just to go through this question also, it would be useful for like for interviews or like that, you know? If you go through-
Not very useful, but it's a time pass. It's good. If you want to study something from that, you can. Okay. So that's beside the point. I'm just joking to make the atmosphere a little lighter. Last day of the year, you guys all are tired, I think.
You
At least Arfat is very tired. He's not opening his mouth. He stopped. Nowadays, he doesn't talk. Arfat, are you there?
Graveyard shift.
Graveyard shift. Acha,
know,
I got it. We all can feel your pain, really. Graveyard. Who made this name Graveyard? Who gave the name? You gave it? Or your
Mr.
management gave it?
Graveyard.
Do they write in the email that you have to do graveyard shift like that?
हाँ सर होता है सर
Yeah, Sanjay?
They don't say.
Yeah, usually when you see job openings, they usually mention in the job openings that it'll be round the clock or different shifts or rotational shifts.
But they mentioned the word graveyard there, do they?
N-
सर मैंने पढ़ा है
Yeah.
graveyard shift.
It's in official letter like this graveyard shift.
हाँ,
Yeah,
वो
probably.
नहीं,
Maybe, yeah, maybe with the staff, they say like that. If there is a leader making like tables for employees each time you have to come, they're right, yeah, graveyard. But that is not official word.
Right. I agree with you, bro. Yes. Let's continue.
Okay, fine.
Sir, each page size is 512 bit. Maximum we go up to 1 TB.
Yes, so page blob is just like your hard disk. Okay. When you want to have that kind of requirement where you want to modify files, do things, whatever you want, then your page blob is the recommended storage. Clear?
Yes.
So to summarize,
Yes, sir.
wait. Come once a week and you ask all the questions of the month. Tell me. Yeah, tell me.
Sir, both the first one and the last one, we have just shown, sir.
Huh.
we have the size, maximum size and the minimum size, but for appending we do not have that how much append block can store and how much can do
There's no
that.
limit for that.
Hmm.
That there's no limit for that because even for blob, you don't. It's just mentioning the size of the blob.
Yes.
It is not mentioning how much data you can store. Size of the block. Sorry, block.
Yes.
The data is made of blocks. What is the maximum size of each block that is mentioning? It's not telling you how much data you can store. Only the page blob it shows. It tells you the size. Your page blob can be up to 1 TB. Okay, only for that is showing, but for others it is not.
No, upper one also is same, no, sir. The maximum size could
Arey
be
Baba, it's
for block.
for a
Yes.
block, not for a
Yes.
blob.
Yes,
But
yes.
a blob is made up of number of blocks.
But append is also a blob, no, sir.
Hmm.
That is not having or it is missed.
It doesn't require. Append is a blob, but there you don't have to mention the block size. But when you use block blob, you have to use the block size. By default, it's 32 MB. Each block is made of 32 MB.
Yes.
Their application is different. Now, all three storages, the application is different. So I'll summarize. Blobs are meant for storing unstructured data.
Yeah.
There are three types of blobs. One is blob, which is used for sequential data. There is append blob, which is used for storing data at the end of the file, like log files. Okay. And there is a page blob which allows you random access. Only that much remember. Okay. Clear, everyone? Niyaz, any question? Yeah, tell me. Yeah. Question लेके मत जाओ.
क्वेश्चन नहीं है सर, वही था मुझे बीच वाले का सब ऊपर वाले का सब दिया था मैक्सिमम और मिनिमम, इसका नहीं दिया.
जरूरत
वही.
नहीं ना.
ठीक.
इसका एप्लीकेशन नहीं है.
ये लॉगिंग इंफॉर्मेशन के लिए.
हाँ, लॉगिंग इंफॉर्मेशन के लिए.
बहुत बड़ा होता है.
हम्म.
तो लॉग बहुत बड़े होते हैं तो उसके लिए
ब्लॉब भी बड़ा होता है,
नेक्स्ट
but
लेवल का क्वेश्चन.
this you are not understanding that data is made up of number of blocks.
Yes.
Blocks present. The one block can be 4.75 TB.
Yes.
But if you put one more block, then
Again it will be 4.75 TB maximum.
Hmm.
I remember there will be many
correct.
blobs, and each blob will be have like blob means small information, like it can store minimum 30.
At least the data which is there in the block is together.
Sorry.
The data which is there in the block is together, at least.
Hmm.
But suppose you finish one block.
Sequential.
If you want another block, that block may not be side by side.
Hmm.
It may be some other area. So it will take time to access.
Hmm.
So as a architect, you have to see what block size to use. What is the normal size of your data? According to that, you will choose the block size.
Yes.
So you have to know the internal architecture of storage for that to understand why there have been blocks. Very clear? And that's why I give you example for page blob. I told you that each page is like a 512 KB, 512 bytes, and
1 TB max.
it is not in sequence. Your data, you feel that your file data is in sequence, but internally it
Not
is
storage.
it is not storing in sequence. It is storing one page here, one page somewhere there, some other, but it is maintaining the link
Yes, yes, yes.
and it is giving you that flexibility.
Reliability.
Just like in college, you just take one notebook for the lecture, all subjects. Can you do that? It's possible?
No, sir.
No?
It is possible, but here and there, every lecture will
Yes.
same book.
Hello. I'm asking this question to everyone. If you can answer this,
Ah.
my question is that you go to a college and you have 10 subjects, but you carry only one fat notebook to write the notes.
Yeah.
So how will you manage? Yes, anyone?
the make some pages reserved for the first subject, second and third and fourth.
So the thing
It
says
makes
that my
sections.
partition,
Yeah.
my partition for one subject, one partition for second subject, another partition. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Mudassir, you agree with him? It's a good way or some other better way?
Yes, it will be like that only.
Okay, anybody else would like to suggest? Arfat?
Uh,
But
I think that will be the
for the human,
Huh.
I think
Arfat,
that
get.
the partition option would be the most convenient because it becomes easier for the user to manage what he's writing in the book.
Arfat, what is your Arfat? Kef is also there. No? Kef is hiding.
Hello?
Ah, Arfat, yeah.
Sorry, sir. What's the question?
Oh my God. Question is like if you go to college, there are 10 subjects and you carry only
Okay.
one notebook, a fat notebook. You have to write all notes in that notebook. Can you manage with that? How will you manage rather?
We can manage, but that could not be a long-term solution.
Hmm.
I mean, you can make the partitions, but
But
it
the
will fill up
partition,
the
what
book.
will be the problem? What will be the issue with the partitions?
Because if there's like a lot of data, then probably the book will be filled and
Space constraint.
For
yeah,
me, the
space.
partition just making one note for all subjects. That's look very secure, because if you lose that book, then you lose all the data.
the question is for human purposes, yes, we can do the partition, but as far as like we are talking about this in terms of the blobs and cloud storage.
Kef, anything from your side? Kef, let me ask Kef also. Kef is. Kef, are you there? Like a meeting में है क्या?
It's better to use different books for different lectures. For different.
I said one book. Why you're going to different?
One is tell him the best way for storing all that.
Yes. Saying
Partition,
I don't want to tell that example, but
partition section. In HD.
So each partition.
okay.
would
The
be
problem with partitions, Kef, I think is not corrected. The problem with partitions is that it's quite possible that one lecturer gives you a lot of notes, so that partition will get filled up. And then what will you do?
Hmm.
Okay. Or it could be that some lecturer doesn't give you any notes, so that partition is empty.
Hmm.
So
Space
what
will
will
be
you replace,
wasted.
right?
Space will be wasted.
So it is a problem.
Yes.
But another way could be you give page numbers to each of the page and you create index. And what you do is in that index you make link for the subject page number this. The next page number this, next page number this for this particular subject. So you maintain the page numbers in the index. Like for this particular subject, what are the page numbers in what sequence? So you can effectively use the whole book, right?
Yeah.
For human, it is so much to
कर सकते हैं कि नहीं कर सकते?
कर सकते हैं. TDS.
Then there won't be any problem. And exactly same thing your damn computer is doing
Yes.
while random access.
Correct.
This is
It is making,
best.
yeah, it is making the index.
It remembers this.
And it whenever it gives you a new page, it put the page number in the index. The next page for this particular file. Each file is like one subject file.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Each file is like one subject.
File system.
Yes. Got it now? Got the idea?
HDFS किया था सर उस पे ये सब चल रहा है. Thank you, sir. File system.
Okay, clear? Mudassir understood my example, what I gave?
Yes, Manoj.
if indexes.
Ritik, clear?
Sir, but there's a problem if we put a wrong index number.
No, this is
वो wrong करने वाले को सबको wrong ही होता है ना, क्या करेगा?
ऐसा मतलब
जो wrong करेगा wrong हो गया ना, उसमें क्या है? Wrong index number तो
talking in terms of computers. Computer never, do wrong things. He remembers.
yes, computer never does wrong thing, right? Knows what to do. उसको जो बोला वो करेगा. हमारा इंसान लोग का प्रॉब्लम है, कभी ग्रेवयार्ड शिफ्ट रहेगा तो भूल जाएगा, कुछ अलग ही नंबर दे देगा.
कहाँ के काम आ रहे
All right. But computer doesn't make mistake, my dear. Okay,
Yeah.
let's go ahead now. I think you understood this because it's important to know
No.
how actually the page system works.
Yes, sir.
This what page you will find it number of times in your computer, right? And I have explained you. Remember this example which I give you. Exactly the same way it works in the computer. Same way, no difference. Okay. And queue storage. Now queue storage is interesting.
Hmm.
If you know it is interesting, otherwise it's very disgusting. Now, what is this queue storage? Let's understand that. For understanding the queue storage, you have to understand something called as uh, microservice architecture. You know what is microservice architecture?
Small services, how they.
Yes, yes. What is microservice architecture?
Sir, there are some resources of the services, like small services, they are linked, interlinked each other, and they work on the basis of.
Yes, anyone? Microservice architecture means instead of having a very big service, you divide into small services.
Yes.
It's like you all have passports. Everybody has made passport.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You went to passport office or agent made everything by giving extra money, you made it and it came home.
I didn't
Passport
go to
office.
agent. Sir, I didn't go to agent.
Then
I made own.
You-
Like I went to the
passport office, Pune
Yes.
passport office or which one?
no my hometown.
Hometown. Okay, so when you go to passport office, you think only one person is one babu sitting there on a table for making passport for you?
No,
No
What is there? What is the scene there?
different
there will be
sections. Sir.
3 stages.
There'll be stages. There'll be 3, 4, 5 stages. The sections will be there. And
Yeah.
you see every section there's queue.
Yes,
No,
sir.
no,
It's there.
Yeah, every section is.
पहले जाएगा, पहले तुम्हारा थोड़ा दिखाएगा, तुम्हारा सब डॉक्यूमेंट्स चेक करेगा, पहला काउंटर, वो वही काम करता है. So there'll be people standing in queue for that particular first table. So once you are out from there, then you go to another table, another service. Maybe he will check, he'll take a picture and all that thing. For that also there's a queue. Once you finish from there, then you go to third table. There something more.
Yeah.
So like that, every table is giving you some service. It's a microservice.
yes,
Got it?
yes.
And every table has a queue. So you finish from one queue and then you go to another queue of another table, right?
Yes, sir.
So same thing is happening in software development also.
Oh.
We are making
Queue service.
every microservice is like one table of passport office, giving one service. And it will have number of customers. These are big, huge softwares. बड़ा सॉफ्टवेयर बनाने में मजा है ना, बिल्कुल पूरा दुनिया को कस्टमर बना लो.
छोटा छोटा
छोटा छोटा की छोटा छोटा बनेगा.
माइक्रो सर्विस है ना सर, बड़ा काम कर रहे हैं ना सर.
So divide the whole thing in small services, and each service can be handled independently.
Yes.
You find that taking pictures taking long time, you'll add one more person there to that table, right? You can scale up. Every service you can, every small service you can scale up. You can independently do something, right? So there are benefits like this.
Hmm.
So software development is also same. That's why you need a queue. Like one microservice finishes the job, that job goes into another microservice and sits in the queue for its turn to come. Once it finishes with the second microservice, it goes to the third microservice. Getting? So like that it goes. Clear now?
Yes.
And that's why we have. हाँ ठीक है बेटा चालू करते हैं. For every microservice एक 2 मिनट में चालू करते हैं. Okay, for every microservice there's a queue. Is this clear, Sanjay? Sanjay?
Yes. Yes, Manoj. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So we need a queue storage for that purpose.
Okay. So there are services also called application as RabbitMQ application.
Hmm?
RabbitMQ applications. There are.
A bit what?
RabbitMQ एक application है
Hmm.
जो उसमें queues आते हैं उसमें set कर सकते हैं.
But we can take queue storage on Azure also. We can
Hmm.
procure that, and for development, they can use the queue storage. Okay, clear? So this is something new you have used. See, this is the how the microservice architecture looks. The API gateway here.
Hmm.
So I need to explain you in little more details about this.
Hmm.
So next lecture we will continue.
Yes, sir.
So guys, happy new year in advance to all of you.
Thank you.
You all are working very hard. At least Ibrahim is. Okay.
By your grace.
Thank
And
you,
Thank you,
Manoj.
sir. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year
Oh.
to you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
great, great. And we'll be very happy next year. I'm sure you all will be happy. I'll
Yeah,
pray for your happiness always.
as we do.
I want to see happiness on your faces. I want you to succeed in life,
Yes, sir.
get good jobs, get
Exactly.
good training,
Yes, sir.
make more money, and do more courses
Yes.
with us.
After
Okay.
5
To enhance your skills, of course.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So that is my wish and blessings for all. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you, sir.
I want to see more smiles on Nia's face. Right?
Yes, sir. Always.
He was very sad when he came. Now he's slowly becoming happier and happier.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's all about confidence.
Great. Okay, I'll see you next year.
Yes, sir.
Ah.
Next year, after 5.5. Yes. Yes.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye, Manoj. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, sir.
Happy New Year.
Thank
Okay,
you.
Manoj. Bye.
Can you just try to find out the
Credit card, credit
credit card, please?
Yes.
Yeah, Sanjay is there.
Don't worry. Don't take tension. Go now. Relax.
Relax.
You